the final countdown. Just kidding, guys. It is 5:04. I've made this video a couple of times. I had a few customers. Guys, it's very fitting that part 5, in honor of the 5-time world champion Cowboys, is happening at 5 o'clock. I have less than 1 hour left of work until I get to go home, relax a little bit before the game. It's been a very big honor to be able to do this 5-part series with you guys, even though there was a part 1 and part 2 of one of the videos. I have done this one a few times, or started it and had to pause or do whatever, but you know what? It's very fitting that it's actually happening in the last hour. So guys, right now I've got 3 chains on to represent the 3 Super Bowls we won in the 90s. I'm just kidding. There's a white gold, 2mm yellow, 2mm white gold 18 karat heavy link, cable link, and then an 18 karat yellow gold heavy link, and a 2.5mm rope. Now I've got a customer pulling up and getting ready to come in, and so I'll put this on pause and see how this works. That, guys. Anyways, so what I was kind of saying is I cannot tell you how appreciative I am of you guys watching this, the subscribers. There's even been a few new ones today, and welcome, guys. Much love to you. I'm gonna do a special review for the number 5, okay? I'm gonna do something that I've been asked about for a very long time, and something that I just haven't done. And I came out with a video saying if you guys help donate to COA and stuff, that I would do it on my birthday, and we didn't really quite meet that goal, but here we are today, guys. It is, again, September 4th, the opening day of NFL kickoff, and we did 5 videos today. So how are we gonna top that, right? Why is it so important? Why was today so important? It's not just that the Cowboys play, guys. This journey of videos and stuff really began during football season. I would wake up on Sundays at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and go into my office, and I would chill and listen to music, watch documentaries, sports stuff, news, read, late night shows, just anything, and just hang out and relax. And then around 4:30, 4 to 5 o'clock, I would always get on and do a review for you guys. And then I'd go wake my family up. My boy Mike would come over. We've done it for like the last 20 something years. We play Madden. By the way, Madden 2025, guys, currently 3-0. Last week, they did a lot of glitches in the game. I'm not even sure what happened. They put Dak Prescott and would not let me change him back to my kickoff specialist and field goal kicker. So kicking an extra point, even if it was perfect, it went straight to the right. I could not, even if I did a kickoff, whether it was squib or deep kick placement, didn't matter. I couldn't get it to the line, or it went out of bounds. So I had to go for 2 the whole time. Luckily, I got every one of them except one, the first one. And I was just kind of losing and not doing very well. I think I tied it up right before halftime. And then I just decided this is my last game with Micah Parsons. I'm unleashing him. And I did. He got 2 sacks and a strip fumble, and almost had the sack to end the game, which would have been how poetic, but he didn't. Mike got rid of the ball, Patrick Mahomes got rid of the ball, and then on the next play, he did get sacked, running from Micah Parsons, but someone else got him. So guys, doing the reviews is a huge part of my excitement and my love for sports, because if you don't feel like you don't feel up to something, you're not going to do it. And if you feel like you're in a good mood, then you're going to do it, right? And I feel like some of the first reviews I did, I just sat there and talk like this is this. And now you guys know me. I make jokes. I do all sorts of weird stuff. So we've been into this for 4 minutes, okay? What is and this is one of the main, guys, this is one of the main reviews that we were going to do. We're going to go ahead and do it today. We're going to wrap up the review session on opening day kickoff season, NFL kickoff 2025, by reviewing none other than my Datejust. So guys, you've seen me with different watches. I've had a lot of questions about watches. I did a review either on the Bluesy Submariner, I think it was the Batman that I did the review on, okay? I had different, the Day Date was probably my favorite there's a lot of money invested into something. I had the 41 millimeter, guys, that looked just like this, okay? Except it had flag markers instead of the diamond markers. I had asked the Rolex AD, where I'm at, if they could find me this exact watch. I was looking for the motif dial. If you guys have any idea what that is, if you don't, look it up, blue motif. I actually had bought the 36 blue motif because this is in 2020 and you couldn't get a watch from Rolex AD. I walked in several times and no. So even this watch, I decided last year, December 27th, it was my homie, speaking of Mike, his birthday, decided that I was going to go to my local jeweler, who I always go to for other stuff, and he sells used Rolexes. And I was going to go buy one because I knew that I wasn't going to get one from an authorized dealer. And I could buy one from Chrono, but I wanted to go look at them and stuff. And he had an older version of this watch, and so I was going to buy it. Okay, I stopped at Maxon's, which is the AD, and I went in, and the normal guy was there that usually helps me. His name's Caleb. He used to work, I think, Hillsburg, but now, he stepped up a little bit. And I asked him, I said, do you have any, 41 millimeter Datejust? And he said, I thought you liked 36. I said, well, 36 is my favorite because that's kind of a classic size, guys. That's the original. And I was just wanting something to be real, like, classy, clean cut, just like an OG of it, And he's like, well, that's going to take a while. And he said, but I can get you. And these are kind of easier to get, okay? Now I know the stainless steel is a little harder. The blue dial is a little harder. And this with the Jubilee bracelet and the fluted bezel, that's kind of the setup that most people would want. If you do the oyster bracelet, then it's usually a smooth bezel. But he said, I have this one right here available. Now, another AD thing, and for whatever reason, he's like, I can't sell it to you for 3 weeks. Now, guys, before, they couldn't sell it to you at all. They'd say they put you on a list or, whatever. So I tried it on, and I'd been wearing the Batman, and I'd had the 41s over the 36 lately, and did not know if I thought it was too small or what, but I said, put me on the list. And, wink, wink. Okay, if that's all it's really going to take is 3 weeks, let's see how that works. So I went, and I ended up getting one from this other jeweler, because I didn't know if they were ever going to call me or not. Guess what? They did. They called me on the 29th of January, and they said, do you still want it? And I said, I do. And he said, well, come get it. And what I had decided, guys, is this is my watch. Like, I love a bunch of them. I'd like to have a two-tone one. Who wouldn't want to have every different kind of piece of jewelry and everything else, right? So it was really, do I want a 36 or a 41 in the Datejust? Because I love all the Rolexes, except my favorite are the ones with the fluted bezel, okay, with the little pie can here. And the Jubilee bracelet. Now, the first one I ever had the Hideaway and the presidential one, which is just a crown that is a Hideaway clasp. And it's just the crown, and it literally pulls out a little bit and it pops open, and it is freaking sweet. If you can see, I wear the heck out of this, so it's gonna get scratched up, right? Wear your jewelry, don't let it wear you. So I debated on doing this, kind of personal with my watch, because I feel like it's a personal thing. I've kind of said that about my earrings before too. And then there's also stuff to it. So when I thought about doing this review, I was gonna show you the green bag that I got that they put it in from Rolex. Now this is a 2025. On the card says January 29th, 2025. They changed their boxes this year, guys. Now I would have rather had one of the boxes, the older ones that were white, because that's how the ones that I had gotten were. And to be honest, the journey and the memories and everything, that's how I want it to look. If I were to get another Rolex, I would want one of the 2025 boxes or newer. So what it is you get a box, and it's white, okay? If you guys want to watch the other video on the Batman, you can. but it's a slide over box, and it slides out, or it's just, you know, piece of white cardboard slides off of the box. And the boxes now, they're green. They're the Rolex green, but they used to be a off-white, and they get very dirty. So on the green ones now, it's like they have, I think they have the crown. It's like gold on there. So on mine, once you slide off the cover slip, the white box is that off-white, and the top part slides off of it. The top part has a embossed crown. It sticks up off the box. Super cool, guys. So it lifts up. The front of the box will then fall down. You can pull it down, and your green box is sitting in there. And the green boxes are different sizes depending on which watch. You get one of the pro watches, you get a Presidente. You know, the boxes are bigger. The Datejust are, you know, just normal size boxes. It's a green box. It's got a gold crown on the front, on the top, and towards the front. When you open it up, it'll have a pillow on the inside of it. This pillow is where the watch sits. I have, on mine, I always have a link taken out from each side. I'm actually thinking I have to have one more taken out, but I've always had, I have a 7.5-inch wrist, so I take one out on each side, so 2 total. That's where I put, underneath that pillow is where I always put it comes with a tag, the chrono tag. I can't remember if mine's maroon or green. And then it'll come with a store tag. It'll have the serial number on it, the watch, model number. I'm blanking. It seems like these are like 16234 or something, but I'm blanking right now, guys. And then on the top of the box, as you open it, you know, it's gonna open like this. And then the lid part, the lid actually on the inside, it pulls down. And in there is a book, a Rolex book. It's a warranty book, or a book. And then you have your warranty card. And the card will, right now, like mine came in, it's like a little green Rolex holder. And they used to put your name on the card. They do not anymore. They do write the date on there. So mine again says dated January 29th, 2025, which was so close to being the 27th, and that's my mom's birthday. I was so excited. So guys, on these Rolexes, there's nothing written on the back. Okay, I'm not going to really show you mine, but the serial all the way around the top and all the way around, can you see it in the inside? It says Rolex. Well, at the bottom down here will be the serial number under the 6 o'clock. Also, a really cool thing on the pro versions, such as like the Submariner. Right here, you can pop this down. So like on this one, see how right here it is. Right there, you can actually pop this down. See that? And that makes your watch a little looser. So during the summer, or if it's wet or you're sweaty, you can actually pop that and it makes your watch looser. Now on the Submariners, like I was saying, right here, and I wish they would do this on all of them, this part can actually slide. So when, instead of just popping it back in there, this piece here can actually slide all the way to the end to make your watch that much bigger. And they do that for like gloves and stuff for scuba diving. But how sweet would that be if you could just adjust your watch all the, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 ways up or 4 ways down. Now to get, let me just show you what that looks like with it open. How much bigger it makes it. See that, guys? So that would be flopping around everywhere on me. So how do we get that to go back up here? We simply come down like this, okay? And then you bend it back up. I promise it's a lot easier to do. I think it's just like this, you see? So you bend it like this, push. You hear it click, and now we're back up to there, guys. Isn't that cool? So it would actually take that all the way down to here, so it adds a whole link to your size. And that's one of the things I'm thinking about doing, is taking one out and maybe just loosening it up. So, and then you've got the screw down crown, is what they call it. See the crown on the, so no, it's very rare if your crown actually sticks straight up. Out of 10 Rolexes that I've handled or had or whatever, only one of them has ever stood the right way up. When you get your watch, guys, if you ever get one like this or anything like this, where that is what makes it waterproof, you're gonna wanna make sure you know what your watch looks like. I always know that my crown is up, pointed at an angle, okay? Now I know that's really hard to see. There. So if that's open, water gets in there, you're screwed. That is called a screw down crown. So to set this watch, or this watch is an automatic, it will die if you haven't worn it, if you don't wear it. They used to be 48 hours, I think, meaning if you set your watch down for 48 hours and didn't wear it, when you came back, it was gonna stop, it'd be stopped. Now this one has a 72-hour movement. It's one of the newer movements. So not much to complain, guys. I do, when I set it, because Rolexes, they used to lose or gain 4 seconds a day. So if you set your watch at noon, by noon the next day, it'll be either 4 seconds slow or 4 seconds fast. Mine is 2 seconds slow. So if I set it at 12 o'clock, okay, tomorrow it's going to go off. 12 o'clock will actually be 12:02. Okay, so I always, when I unscrew mine, I always give it 3 winds, just because that's one for me, my daughter, and my wife. Guys, I do the 3, that's the tri rope, everything. So what you'll do is, to do anything, you unscrew this counterclockwise. Okay? And it just kind of pops out like that. To wind it, you just wind it, and you might be able to hear. You can't really overwind them, guys, so you know, I would say 13 to 20 times until your hand starts moving, then maybe a few more times. If you pull this out, so you unscrew it and it pops out, that's how you wind it. Pull it out again, that's how you change your time, okay? You would go forward and that will change it from the 4 to the 5. If this was a Datejust, meaning that it's got, or excuse me, a date, meaning it's got, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, to change that, you would just go counterclockwise. So one way would change the day, one day would change the date. If you pull this out again, it will stop the watch for you to set it. Then when you're done, you simply push all the way back in. Now you guys see how that bounces in and out? So what you're gonna wanna do every time, do not ever put your watch on without doing this, because you may forget. Put it in, you push it, and you just keep screwing. Now sometimes you may not catch it on the right way, and you may push it down and screw it and it pops back out. Guys, just do it a few times, it's not hard, and it'll get in there until it can't screw. Now, again, I know my specific watch where that crown points, and it's always gonna point there. So what does that mean? That means when I'm there and it's no longer moving, right? So I turned it back this way and I'm turning it, it's no longer moving, I look, okay, yeah, it's in the right spot. I give it just a little bit more and it's done. So guys, this is my 18 karat white gold stainless steel Rolex. So it has the D-color diamonds. These are from the factory. This is white gold here. All the markers, I believe the hands are white gold as well. This is all stainless, okay? And so it's got some markings and stuff on here. Again, I'm sorry I didn't show you the box and the card and all that stuff, but if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, you can probably just Google it or check out my other review on the Batman, so you'll kind of see what it comes with. I don't think it's coming up very well, but they have like Geneva on here. It says like stainless. Right here is the Rolex symbol. And of course it's dirty, but. So guys, I gave you the review on that. It's pretty much 5:26, almost 5:30. My day is almost done. If nobody comes in, I'll be wrapping this up in about 15 minutes and heading out, because it is game day and I want to make sure I get everything done. Maybe go to shower, spend a little time with my daughter before I go crazy. But you guys have asked, and you know, what better than cowboy blue than to show you. And that was another thing, guys. Red has always been my secret favorite color, but blue has just been something I'm always attached to. And my mom, when she would buy stuff, she'd always say, It's Dallas Cowboy colors. She wanted me to get a blue Mustang for my first, well, there goes a blue Mustang right there. How weird is that? But it was like a 64 or 6.5, 67 looking one. But she'd say, you know, it's cowboy colors, it's cowboy colors. My mom, this is from you. I know it is, because I love you very much and I miss you. And I know this is from you and Dad. And Dad, I know you were still here and I know you like this watch. And it's because of you and Mom that, and you know, people like Juanita and just stuff, that I'm able to have the life and live the life that I had. And so this is a piece that's very important to me. I will never probably sell this watch, guys. And when I say never probably, my daughter's hungry or needs something, guys. This watch is out the door, it's gone. However, it will be one of the last things, because it's very hard, and it is a journey and a bunch of different watches. And you know what? I got the one I want, and I got it from an AD, and it was kind of a pain in the ass, you know, the journey on this one. But I couldn't have been happier when they called me. I love it. You know, sometimes I think it needs to be a 41. I think it might look better on my wrist, but I love the 36, guys, because, and just because it moves around a little bit. I like my watch to stay perfect in the center and not move. But I don't know. What do you think? What's your favorite kind of Rolex, guys? Do you like GMTs, Submariners, OPs, Datejust? Are you a day-date person? Are you glad that you got to see this watch? I know you see it in the background. So for the 20s of 30s of 40s of people that have asked, there it is, guys. So I just think that a watch is a real nice piece to have, and it's also a tool. I wear the snot out of it, as you can see. It's mine. One of the only thing that stinks is, it used to be, I think 5 years now, it's you are supposed to get your automatic watches or Rolexes every 10 years, get them serviced, which is going to be $700 to probably $1,000 just for that. So that's something you want to think about too, guys. You know, some people just don't wear watches. I've always liked watches. I didn't think Rolex would be that big of a deal to me. I love my watch. I do. It's not to make anybody else happy other than me. And that's just the way it is. So I did want to wear the shorter stack in this, because all day I've been wearing, I have it under here, Cowboys on the Heart, but I wanted to show you guys that 22-inch look. Got the 3 chains on here, so even if it was 1 chain, that's kind of what you're dealing with. But look, further back you go, guys. You know what I'm saying? Look, it looked pretty good up there, didn't it? When you get to see this face, but backing up. So again, that's just something that you guys, you know, is going to be, what's your preference, you know? But I just want to end like this. Again, the Rolex especially, I still have some reviews that's coming, guys, but tonight is just, it really brings everything full circle of a full year of putting out reviews during game days and just being with you guys, starting to know you guys, having you guys know me. I just hope that you have a really, really good year, because this is supposed to be the best part of the year, guys. I know it's September right now, but we're getting ready to be into Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and family is so important. And it's just like anything else. You don't know how important until they're gone, or until you lose something. You know how important it was to you. Guys, don't let that be you, okay? Call your mom, call your dad, grandparents, tell them you love them. I'm gonna stay on the phone with them, just be like, hey, I just want you to know that I'm thankful for what you did for me, and I love you. Let them know, okay? I know my parents know, but I wish I could tell them every single day. I texted my dad every day and told him I loved him. I texted my mom every night and told her I loved her, until they both passed away. Every night before I went to bed, I'd roll over, and I'd even have my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I'd always say I love you, and my mom would always write back, love you, honey. And I miss the hell out of that, guys. I miss my mom and my dad so much. My life changed like that. So love who you have, love what you got before you learn to live without it, okay? And for those that do root for football teams, I hope that your team goes injury free, not just because it'll help you do better, but injuries suck and these are real people, you know. I love everybody. For those that have commented and kind of watched all these all day, guys, we started like 10 o'clock this morning and here we are almost 5:30 and we've done 6 videos, 5 reviews. So I will be back with you. I will probably do like either the white gold setup with the heavy cable link and the cross, or I'll probably do like the gold rope, that 2.5 millimeter gold rope, since I did the white gold one. And we'll do that and then we'll get through it. And then we'll do the Figaro and the Jacoji curb. We'll give them an appropriate review. And I will do one more on the 3.2 heavy link when I get it back, guys, because I'll put it with the 4 millimeter Jacoji curb and see what that kind of looks like. We'll put it with a 2 millimeter rope at a smaller size at a 20. Jacoji curb is going to be 24 inch. So you're going to have a round chain at 23 and the Jacoji curb at 24. And the curb's 4 and the other's 3 too. So it should be good. Or the 2.5 or 2 millimeter heavy cable link at 22 inches with that at 23. That might look good. Just different stuff. But again, been a year. It's been a year and we're still here. So God bless you all. I love you. Stay safe, okay? Thanks for joining me, guys.